Hi, welcome to another episode of the African Time. Well, this is actually sad to see, okay? Recently, the eviction that was happening in Germiston, and then people actually did this. Well, guess what? So it was said by MDN News saying, breaking news. The Home Affairs building in Germiston CBD, Galton, was set ablaze this morning during a violent clash over evictions. Now, residents are demanding to occupy Fro Park flats without paying rent. Police and the traffic officers are on site managing the situation. Okay, so basically, yeah, it was true though. Yes, yesterday people were actually said to be evicted from their buildings. We'll see this.
In this area and taking out all of the belongings of the people that have been taken here. You can see this fridge is now being removed.
Nabila, I want you to talk to us again about the eviction notices. Were eviction notices served on these residents? Talk to us about what we know at this stage about that court process, who these buildings belong to. I know you said that it's being managed by the city.
Yes, so what we understand is that the residents were given eviction notices, and that is actually the reason why they started to protest this morning, because they were aware that these evictions were going to take place. So, when we spoke to some of those residents earlier, they did say to us that they were aware. That's the reason that they had actually started their protest this morning, because they knew that these officials were actually coming here to conduct these evictions.
Where are the officials taking some of these belongings to at the moment, Nabila? Is it being loaded on a truck? I'm just wondering if you are watching this at the moment and some of your belongings are being cleared from those flats at the moment, how you will know what belongs to you, how it's going to be organized, where you will find it.
Yes, so it seems like they are taking all of these belongings and moving out of the main gate. We don't exactly know at this point where they're taking them to, but it appears that they are leaving them on the outside, and they do have trucks that are stationed on the opposite end of the road where these belongings will probably be actually loaded into those vehicles and then taken away.
All right, if you just tuned in, all of this stemming from that fire that broke out earlier this morning at a Home Affairs building in Germiston. In the background there, you can still see some of the smoke, because just a couple of 100 meters, I'm guessing, from where you're seeing these evictions take place right now, a double-story building, in fact, the second floor of a Home Affairs building, was set alight. It is alleged at this stage that it was set alight by protesting residents in that area. Why are they protesting? Because of what you see unfolding on your screen right now. We have many officials from the city busy evicting illegal occupiers of that building. Earlier we saw rubber bullets being fired, as well as some of the illegal occupiers were trying to block the police and the city officials from gaining access into that property. In fact, they were busy lining up some tires there to try and burn it. They were throwing some stones at the police as well. But at the moment, Nabila, it does seem that the protesting occupiers, they've accepted that this eviction is taking place.
Yes, so we don't see as many of these residents that are currently here where these evictions are taking place. But if we show you those visuals just on the bottom end of that side, most of the residents have gathered at the bottom of the street. At this point, it does seem like the residents are outnumbered because of the huge number of police that are at the scene, as well as these officials from the city that are working to actually have them removed.
Okay, so it was actually so serious that even the Home Affairs leader, Leon Schreiber, came in and shared this on his X page, saying how Home Affairs is collating evidence and will open criminal charges against the anarchists who set a block of flats on fire in Germiston, which then spread to the neighboring Home Affairs office. It is nothing less than an attack on our social infrastructure and cannot stand. Okay, so that is it. It's actually sad, and then the Home Affairs have actually now agreed and is planning on actually looking into it and investigate the matter. But this is actually sad. Why should they even set the building ablaze? You guys were actually owing. You have been given a lot of warrants and notice that you guys should evict the building for a couple of years. You see, they have been started for the past 4 years now. And then today is the day that things have actually gotten worse, and you guys decided to do this This is actually bad of you guys. Why should you even do this in the first place, though? This is actually sad to say. I hope the people who are responsible for this get arrested for that. There was no need for that. Also, there was so much noise. Well, other people also think the same. This one says, deport them all and jail the rest immediately. Okay. Okay, this one is also asking that, so why is Home Affairs burning now? Unless they are illegal immigrants. So man is actually questioning and saying that, why are Home Affairs being part of this whole issue? Why are they burning now? Or is it that those people who are being eviction are being facing evicted are illegal immigrants? Well, that's his takes and that's just what they're saying though. This also says definitely foreigners that can do these things. Okay, funny enough, friends of the ANC and EFF, this show would even kill a South African for their love for foreigners. Our politicians have been bewitched. Haman is actually saying that basically if the Home Affairs building is on fire, then definitely it might be foreigners because they are trying to hide identities or any particulars or information about them in that Home Affairs particular office. Okay, and then this one is saying that foreigners, no South African can do this. Well, basically what it's actually said was that they didn't attempt to burn the Home Affairs building, but they set the building that way they were facing eviction, or they were to evict from blaze, and then it seemed that the fire caused the Home Affairs building also. Okay, so I'm not sure they actually planned that, but man is saying that this is treason, burning down the state's infrastructure. Well, that's very true though, because the state's infrastructure to burn that like that is actually not it. Okay, that's so bad of them, and I actually condemn that. And lastly, this one says a lot of covert operations happening right under the noses of our security clusters. No way this is not coming from one of the branches of state security. South Africa is so vulnerable, state security is compromised, and the president knows because it's in his office. Well, Ban is also saying that South Africa is actually facing serious issues when it comes to security, and he believes that South African security systems are breaking down, and a lot of things are happening in the country that needs to be watched and needs to be taken care of. Well, actually, it's sad. Okay, but I hope what the DA said or what Leon Shaba said was true. The Home Affairs leader actually saying that they were not actually aiming the Home Affairs building, but it seemed that they set the blaze to the building that they were facing eviction from, and then the fire reached the Home Affairs building. But still, it's still bad. Even to the extent of causing destruction to a property, it's actually bad. This is actually bad, and then we condemn that, and then we hope that the perpetrator, the people who are responsible for that, get to be arrested. Although I found out that investigation have led to arrest two people who may be aligned to that, but the investigation is still ongoing. So when everything is done, I'll be here to let you guys know what's happening. The name is Dashi. Thank you for your time, and see you guys around.